Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. On this most auspicious occasion of Imami Day, marking 63 years of the glorious reign of our beloved Maulana Hazrat Imam, I would like to wish Ismailis all over the world Imami Day Mubarak. Despite Jamaat Khanas across most of the regions of the world still being closed, we are gathered here together as one Jamaat to celebrate the most important festival on our religious calendars. Over the last few months, our world has changed in unprecedented, unimaginable, and profound ways. The current pandemic has impacted every sector, every dimension of our existence, including the temporary closure of Jamaat Khanas. Never has there been such high levels of stress and anxiety and worry within our Jamaat, and happening so rapidly. It is against this backdrop that we reflect on the immense grace and blessings of the continuity of divinely inspired guidance, the institution of Imamat, that one enduring constant in our lives, which has been for the past 1400 years. Throughout history, the institution of Imamat has been and continues to remain the central principle and axis around which the faith, identity, and destiny of the Jamaat has revolved. It is, as Maulana Hazrat Imam once expressed, the essence of our tariqah. Imamat is at the heart of the enduring faith of our forefathers, which Maulana Hazrat Imam has mentioned on several milestone occasions, including the Taknishini and the commencement of the Diamond Jubilee, which he maintains would enable us to face life's challenges, particularly in times of crisis and rapid change. The personal and permanent relationship and bond between the Imam and the Murid remains at the heart of our spiritual life. Despite being spread across the globe and comprising of rich diversity of language and culture and inherited traditions, we Ismailis are united by our allegiance, our loyalty, our devotion to the Imam of the time. According to Ismaili belief, the role of the Imam of the time is to contextualize or interpret the faith for the Murids to understand and practice to live the faith in harmony with contemporary times, improving their quality of life while maintaining the all-important balance between deen and dunya. Today, it is appropriate for us to reflect on and acknowledge the role and impact of Imam's precious, timely, contextually relevant guidance, which has shaped our outlook, way of life, being in this world. The endeavors of the Imamat have appropriately situated and positioned us, as well as consolidated our Shia Ismaili identity. No longer a passing footnote, we are writing our own chapter, playing a global role, having influence and impact. The growth of capacity and institutional development has led the Jamaat to new levels of strength, progress, hope, and confidence, and has made us forward-looking with a clear sense of our past. We truly owe a deep gratitude to the Imam for his enlightened and far-sighted vision and stewardship that has enabled Ismailis to become a strong, self-sufficient, contributing, and welcome community across the world. In addition to interpreting the faith for the Murids, a central role of the Imam of the time is to protect, secure, and safeguard the Ismaili Jamaat in their times. In contemporary times, the Jamaat is exposed to unprecedented pace of change in all aspects of our lives due to the rapidly advancement of technology, this near ubiquitous communication networks, rampant consumerism, and a seemingly overwhelming emphasis on the material aspects of life. This rapid pace of change could be bewildering or disorienting, resulting in anxiety, worry, unhappiness in the Jamaat. In our tariqah, The presence of the Imam provides a permanent spiritual and social anchor for stability and direction in times of unpredictability and rapid change. And important to remember is that Mawla's inspiration, rahmat, his grace, has helped us navigate very difficult times throughout our 1400-year history. Under the leadership, guidance, protection, and grace of the Imams, as well as with the adherence to the principles of the faith and conviction and mutual support and hard work, the Jamaat has and will continue to persevere, find hope, resiliency, and confidence to get through the present difficult and uncharted times. In sum, the history of the past 6 decades reflects the Imam's tireless and unyielding determination to strengthen the Jamaat, protect it, and enhance their quality of life, both materially and spiritually. In recounting the grace of Imamat in our lives, it is important to understand the role that Mawla's guidance and handholding plays in both the material and spiritual realms of our lives. For as the Ismaili Constitution Preamble, Article F states, the Imam's ta'lim lights the murid's path to spiritual enlightenment and vision. While the spiritual ideals and notions rooted in the office of Imamat might not be too easy to speak about, it is nonetheless important on a level of individual personal search and that relationship with the Imam for us to consider it today. My brothers and sisters, Maulana Hazri Imam at the youthful age of 20, acceding to the role of Imamat, made a promise to his murids that he would continue the vast work of his grandfather and that he was dedicating his whole life and doing everything possible for the material and spiritual well-being of his Jamaat. Tonight marks the 63rd anniversary of that undertaking. That's 23,000 days. In fulfilling that promise, our beloved Maulana Hazri Imam has endeavored tirelessly, day and night and day, 24/7, to address the needs of the Jamaat and ensure our spiritual and material well-being, as well as our safety and security. Earlier on, Imam was asked many questions about his role, and he so lovingly responded as such. One interviewee asked Imam, "Your Highness," and I quote, "aren't you tempted sometimes to be simply a young man enjoying life, to throw away the burdens of religious responsibilities and other responsibilities?" Unquote. To which Maulana Hazri Imam responded, "Please do not say burden. I inherited from my grandfather heavy responsibilities, but they are not a burden. It is a happiness to devote oneself to such a community, to work for the people." Unquote. In another response, Imam said, and I quote, "For me, the notion of vacation does not exist. I have to perform my function of the Imam non-stop until my death. As the minister can take leave, someone can take over during the month he goes on leave. It's not my case. The function of Imam is attached to my person." Unquote. Imam's benevolent paternal aspiration and commitment can be summarized by the phrase he often uses, quote, "I am ambitious for my Jamaat," unquote. And he has expressed so touchingly and profoundly at the end of the Golden Jubilee, as he has said, "I have had nothing of real significance in my life other than serving the Jamaat." Imamat Day is a befitting occasion for us to reflect upon the significance of the Imam's presence and guidance in our lives. It is an occasion for us to express our deepest shukrana, our deepest gratitude for that guidance and grace and mercy and care and affection and love that the Imam so lovingly bestows upon us. No words, of course, are adequate to convey the depth of our gratitude to our beloved Maulana Hazri Imam, as has been expressed by Sayyidina Nasir Khusro in his poem, the excellence of Ali, and I quote, 100 years of praise is not equal to even 1 in 1,000 praises of Ali. Therefore, my back is bent with gratitude under the weight of favors of Ali, unquote. It is important to note that shukrana can be of various kinds, by the tongue, bil lisani, by the heart, ma qalbi ba, by action, ma amal. Let us convey our humble gratitude with all 3 of these modalities, especially with our action. Supporting the work of the Imamat with our resources, our time, our knowledge, our intellect. In these very difficult times, we must all do whatever we can to support the Jamaat who are facing difficulties economically, socially, health-wise, mental health concerns. As a family, we must look out for each other to minimize the damage that the current challenges may have caused individuals in the Jamaat. As Maulana Hazi Imam said to his worldwide Jamaat on March 29, 2020, he said, and I quote, "The world is facing a challenging time, and in these moments it is important that the Jamaat remains united and focused on helping those who will need assistance and handholding." Unquote. The above spirit is also very beautifully summarized by the following hadith of the Prophet, and I quote, "Do you love your Creator? Then love your fellow being first." Unquote. And lastly, like festivals in every society and tradition, regular observances are intended to remind a community of its origin, of its identity, of its destiny. And perhaps no other festival encapsulates this spirit better than the observance of Imami Day. By observing Imami Day, the Jamaat has an opportunity to express its gratitude and happiness at being blessed with the guidance of a living hereditary Imam from the Prophet's progeny. Imami Day is a special occasion for the Jamaat to renew, to reaffirm its bayah, our commitment and loyalty to the Imamat and the principles of the Shia Ismaili Tariqah of Islam. We are passing through trying and challenging and unprecedented times, impacting everyone, everywhere. But with Mullah's grace and protection and guidance and the spirit of brotherhood and mutual support through hard work and wisdom and patience, we can look to the future with hope and optimism. And inshallah, we will get through this time together as one Jamaat. If we recall Maulana Hazi Imam's message from March 28, 2020, he said to his leadership, and I quote, "Please convey my best paternal and my best maternal loving blessings to my worldwide Jamaat and tell them that I think of them every minute of the day, each day. And I pray for Mushkil Asan and for their peace and happiness. We must remain strong and prepared to build and to build well when this crisis passes." Unquote. Let us express a humble prayer that may Maulana Hazi Imam's grace and protection and love always be with us at all times. Ameen. Imam Day Mubarak.